Bleh. Okay, I've talked about this like two or three times, but you know how every single time I go live, I like forget that I'm supposed to speak? This is the first time I went like wah at the start of a stream, and it wasn't of like oh, I need to make a noise real quick. This one was a bit of like a this one was a little different because uh for the first time ever I'm a little bit late today. I was 8 minutes late. It's now 11 minutes late. Um I overslept. I was like, damn, that Valentine's Day video took a long time. I can get about 3 hours of sleep before this stream starts. This is a punishment stream, by the way, so I guess it makes a bit of sense. Uh, Luckily, I guess I must have put one of my. I had several wake up alarms, and I guess one of them got put to sleep, and it went off at 5:08. Let me make sure it's not going to go off in like. It doesn't look like there are any other alarms lined up. So I guess that was literally the last one. And if it if it hadn't got me on like this on the repeat, then I might have just slept for like 5 hours. Anyway, we're here. And I see some laughing reactions in the live reaction chat. Just to let me know I'm still alive and this is real and I'm conscious. Hi. I hope you guys enjoyed the Valentine's Day special this year. I'm going to talk a little bit before we get into deciding which game is the game we're going to stream today, just to give more people a chance to show up for the vote. But yeah, the Valentine's Day special, I really like it. I think it's very good. It is... Also, I think it's really funny that I'm going to have to stream a dating sim. This is probably going to be like a long stream, by the way, because I want to get this done in one. So I got to do a dating sim here until I get an ending, and I am on like maybe 2.5 hours of sleep, and I like slightly overslept, and I barely made it by the skin of my teeth. This is great. And DP Hamlin, you say the Valentine's Day special was great. As an Arrow Ace person, it was intensely relatable. I think I have a lot of Arrow Ace people in my viewership. Because last year's... Was it last year's? Yeah, last year's Valentine's Day special was the Cupid one. And, yeah. People mentioned it in the comment sections, which is pretty cool. But I really like it. I think it's a very good video. It was a late swap, actually. It was... I made that video from, oh, I'm gonna change what the Valentine's Day special is. The time period from, I have no idea what the Valentine's Day special is actually gonna be, to, I am uploading this video, was about 2.5 days. Originally it was going to be the first of the 2 Zelda videos that I have to make this year, as one of the other punishments. By the way, if you weren't here for the New Year's stream, there are several punishments I have to do. We put options on a wheel and I spun them. And one of them is that I have to make 2 Legend of Zelda videos. And originally the Valentine's Day special was going to be the first of those. But I'll be honest, I had the concept, I had a bunch of like little notes written down, hadn't even opened the game. And it was like 3 days to Valentine's Day. And I was like, there is no way I was like looking up howlongtobeat.com and it was like, oh, that's like 40 hours. Like I could probably open it up and film something quick, but the concept I want to do it a bit more justice, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make something really fast, just really quick. Hello. And I'm gonna make something really quick. I have no idea what to make. And so I went to Steam and I looked around and I found a little like cozy decoration simulator. And I came up with that idea for it, and I made it all in like an absolute blitz, and like still doing other non-Chimmaney work throughout. By the way, it's been a very intense couple of days, and now we're about to do a dating sim. To reward myself, you know, to be like, it's time to kick back and relax. It's time for someone to spend time on me for once, right? It's time to have someone doting over me. But yeah, I really like it, and I actually think the change was for the better, because the first Zelda video is going to be good, and it is like a vaguely love adjacent, but this one definitely felt more like a Valentine's Day special. Valentine's Day specials for me are always like a mad scramble, by the way. Every year for the Halloween special, I'm like, dude, I have like 10 different ideas. This is going to be great. Which one do I want to do this year, right? Zombie Apocalypse, I had the idea for like a couple of years before I did it. There are some ideas in the like, could this be the Halloween special this year, that have been there since 2021, you know? Or maybe not 2021, but like 2022. But the Valentine's Day specials, every single year, it's like, dude, it's halfway through January, and I need to probably come up with something for the Valentine's Day special, because I don't want it to creep up on me. And it always does kind of creep up on me, and this year it was extra. So it's always like, I gotta figure, it's very ramshackle compared to the Halloween specials, but I kind of like that. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm gonna go through what the 3 options are. So I've narrowed it down to 3 different games. This is the first time ever that I have gone live for a live stream and not known what the game was going to be before I started. I've narrowed it down to 3 games, but this is genuinely open. It could be any one of these 3. Yes. And before anything else, I want to state this for the viewership, and also I think stating it out loud will help me, especially because I'm so, like, tired right now, but it's okay. I'm not, like, dead tired, by the way. I'm just, like, I don't know, we'll see. But maybe I get a little kooky, like, if this goes over 6 hours, or the number above 6 hours, I don't know, I used to be the kind of person who could say 6-7 hours, but now you can't say that out loud anymore. But, you know, around those numbers, we'll see if I get kooky later on. And DP Hamlin, you sent the message a bit ago, but you have a lot of ideas for creative projects, but you can't execute them yet for ages. Well, for Valentine's Day specials, it's kind of the opposite. It's, oh god, what the hell do I do for a Valentine's Day special? But yeah, so just to say it out loud for myself, and also to, like, as a statement of intention, I suppose. Dating sims, not my wheelhouse. Never played one. That's why it's a punishment. You know? I'm not gonna, when we're playing it, I'm not gonna pretend it is made for me. I'm not gonna pretend it's my thing. But I'm also not gonna, like, insult it or anything. This is all just gonna be in good fun, just silly. And it's gonna be one of these 3 games. So the 3 games are Our Life, beginning and always. Yeah, beginnings and always. Trouble Comes Twice, and Love Curse. So, Our Life, beginnings and always. I'm going to have a little slide to explain each of them so that you can do an informed decision making. This is not a dating sim. There is one man. I think this falls under the visual novel category. This is not like there are several love interests. Who will you end up with? There is one man. His name is Cove, according to the Steam page and these dialogue boxes. And this game is, I have some notes here. Oh, I think I kind of covered them all. Apparently, it's very story-driven, which I think is that one, yes. That's the second note. I say allegedly because I'm always a bit suspicious when games claim to be really responsive to your choices. You know, I've never played a Telltale game, but every time I've watched one of them be streamed, I've been like violently apathetic to the games because I'm always like, this doesn't, none of this matters, you know? And in the same way, I've seen that in a lot of different games. So, but apparently, this is very like the Steam reviews seemed, they didn't just say, "Oh, this is a good choice-driven story. Recommend." It seemed like they were actually like singing its praises, and it could be people lying on Steam, but apparently, it's like in a big way. Technically, there's two more, but you got to pay for them. Yeah, okay, but I want to be clear about something, DP Hamlin. This is a dating sim / visual novel punishment stream. This is not a dating sim / visual novel trilogy punishment stream. We're not, you know, even if they were all free or all paid, I'm only doing one of them today. Maybe if I need to do a punishment makeup stream later as well. Option 2, and the other two did cost money. Trouble Comes Twice. This one is a more traditional dating sim. There are 4 candidates. I think they're the 4 people at the top. So none of those are the player characters at the top. Those are the 4, yeah. The concept is like you're trying to you made a bet with your twin, and you're trying to get a date before your twin does. And that's it. So it's more it's a more like traditional dating sim. So I think if you want to go the route of Chimmaney playing a dating sim on stream, this is, you know, more again visual novel-y, traditional dating sim. That's that. Do I have any other notes? Sorry, I'm still warming up, dude. I was asleep a little bit ago. I can't believe that my final alarm is the one that got me. That's actually really crazy. Again, because that must have been 5:08. When you sleep an alarm, it goes 5 minutes later, right? So I must have slept that one twice. That must have been like my final barrier 4:58 alarm, and I slept it, and then it went off 5 minutes later, and I slept it again, and then it went off, and now I'm awake. Anyway, so that's Trouble Comes Twice, and the third game, Love Curse. Every single character is a woman. I think the one, if you look at the top, the one in the middle is the player character. And then there's again 4 options around you. It's also a more traditional dating sim. And the thing this time is you have to find your soulmate or literally die. And if you do not get a date, you will die because you've been cursed. And so it'll kill you. And those are our 3 options today. And it could be literally any one of them. And DP Hamlin, you say choices in these type of games. More about role-playing or choosing what you would do rather than the plot-based choices. But it sounded like from the Steam reviews, it sounded like the game, people were saying the game was reactive to the choices. So it's not, it doesn't have to just be in my head. Anyway, so yes, option 1, Our Life. Option 2, Trouble Comes Twice. Option 3, Love Curse. All of these games are installed. All of them are ready to go. And all of these games are on the table. So we got a visual novel about your life growing up with Cove, and he's a childhood friend of yours. We got Get a Date Before Your Twin Does, because you made a bet. and we got get a date before the curse kills you because you have never had that and you're gonna die. And actually, I think I'm gonna quickly leave this screen on. Let me set up some music to play. And I might just like quickly run and feed my dog so that I don't gotta do it later. And I have some chocolate that I was like, is that poison? Is it not poison? And this is a good opportunity to figure that out. Wasn't paying attention. Are we gonna vote or is this gonna be a wheel spin? This is a vote, Jonathan. And by the way, it's that kind of attitude that has made so many countries in the world taking the turn for the worse in recent history, Jonathan. You gotta pay attention to the votes. You gotta pay attention and vote. You have to make your voice heard, Jonathan. Things have been going downhill recently. We need to reclaim our societies and we need to make kind governments that have the people's best interests take over again, Jonathan. So quick summary for Jonathan. The top one is a visual novel. The second one is a dating sim. You have to get a date before your twin does. The bottom one is a dating sim. You have to get a date before the curse kills you and you'll die. And DP Hamlin, you say even though you chose Our Life as your recommendation, you want to choose Trouble Comes Twice because Our Life's really long. Oh, no, you can vote now. It's cool. I looked up how long to beat each of them. Let me look up Our Life again. Beginnings and Always. Feel free to change your mind, by the way. That's completely cool. Oh, okay. Never mind. So main story 8 hours. Main plus sides 23 and a half. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe if I was like locked in on the main story. Okay. Jonathan, make sure you don't let your country fall down like a dark path. Make sure you make your voice heard. I'm gonna set up. Here's Abandoned Ship from Subnautica. Okay, that's a good little intense voting beat, like Jonathan sweating, wiping brow at the 3 buttons in front. Like, which button are you gonna hit? I'll be back in like a minute or a minute and a half. You guys can discuss as well. If Jonathan disagrees with anything you've said, figure it out. I'll be back. Okay, hold on. Wait, give it. I'll let the music reach a climactic moment. Okay. I just wanted to say, go into the kitchen uh, found a container I'd lifted out to defrost food for me. And forgot about it. My first wake up alarm was like half an hour before the stream was supposed to start, so that I could eat that. And I forgot about that, so I'll be having that later. And hey, Soviet girl, you say you gotta go have dinner with Seffi. I hope you have a good dinner, and I'm glad you liked the Valentine's Day special. DP Hamlin votes for our life. And it looks like Jonathan may have been bribed to agree, which, by the way, Jonathan, talk about the downfall of democracy. Seriously? You're accepting bribes now? Soviet girl chooses love curse. Well, Jonathan, you got the deciding vote, but it sounds like you might be paid for. What if I vote for Trouble Comes Twice, and now it's 1-1-1 to all three? Then what happens, Jonathan? So if you give 16 penny, I'll switch to Love Curse. What do I have music for, like, corrupt bastard? What? Let me look through these folders of music. What have I got? You want to hear something pulled out of Weird Warped? I'm gonna play something out of Weird Warped for you, Jonathan. This folder of music is called Weird, Warped. It's also taken a while to. I guess there's a lot of songs in here. The folder's taken a while to show. It's taken a long time for this. I double clicked on it. You probably heard the clicks. It still hasn't loaded. It's green progress bar at the top of the... Okay, here's Weird Warped. How about Plant Island Weirdo from My Singing Monsters? Yeah, this is the one that makes me think of you, Jonathan. Kind of a Plant Island weirdo, not gonna lie. Every monster knows. You're kind of a monster, by the way. Every monster knows how the plants grow. And guess what? When plants grow, you can't just give them money to grow faster, by the way. You have to grow them through nurture and care so that the future generations have a plant to look after them as well. Right? Society flourishes when you plant trees that you will never sit under the shade of. You have to set things up for the future generation, Jonathan. It's not all about the money. Okay, but really, Jonathan, if you could just cast a vote real quick. Plus 10% interest rate. You're negotiating the bribe, Jonathan. Now you're making me angry. Now I'm gonna have to pull something. Now I'm gonna pull something out of ominous, tense. Uh-oh. When Chimmaney gets really mad, when the jokes stop. Okay, this folder's taking a while to load too. Is my computer just like coming back from sleep? I mean, literally, yes. But is it like also metaphorically? Did it miss its wake-up alarm? Hurry it up! What are you doing? Okay, well, I don't think I'm angry anymore. I think the anger passed. Okay, now it's loaded. Yeah, I don't know. Do I even play something from Ominous Tense anymore? DP Hamlin here. Jonathan refuses to vote. So let me ask you this, DP Hamlin. Our life... HowLongToBeat.com saying... Jonathan votes for Trouble Comes Twice. Okay, so that's one to each. So it's my pick. So now I get to choose. And you know what? Good. You know, maybe we should wrench control away from the voters. Maybe you guys shouldn't be able to pick. Maybe I should just pick. Maybe we should go back to the monarchy. And you should inherit power. DP Evelyn, let me ask you this. So, howlongtobeat.com says our life is 8 hours main story and 23.5 main story plus sides. What the hell are sides in a visual novel? Is it not just like lit? Like, you're not choosing to. Are you choosing to visit events or skip events? Like, how do you only focus on the main story, not the sides in a visual novel? How does that work? What I'm asking is, if I was to, like, okay, we gotta blitz the main story, is it gonna feel like I'm kind of disrespecting the game and, like, anytime an opportunity comes up, would you like to go into this event? I'm saying no, or how does that work? We'll put him on a wheel. There's a bunch of DLC that's the sides. Oh, okay. I see. Wheel spin. Wheel of names. Is this... Yeah, this is the same one. Oh, and look, it still has my old entries in it. Okay, so... Our life... Trouble comes twice... And love curse. Okay. Let me... Okay, wait, I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna use the New Year... I still have the New Year's thing open. Which means... There we go. Here we are. You ready? Let's see what game we're playing. Love curse. Love curse it is. Or should we... Is it more fun to do... I realize that saying this after the spin makes it seem like I'm unhappy with Love Curse being selected. I'm not. I think that's going to be fun. But I was just thinking... would it be more fun to do, like, the first one to get selected 3 times? But that, again, now that sounds like I'm trying to avoid Love Curse. Which I'm not. Okay, let's do the first one to get selected 3 times. But then if it's not Love Curse, then we'll do a 50-50 wheel with the one that got selected 3 times and with Love Curse. Just so it doesn't seem like I've cheated Love Curse out of being selected. No, we're just going to do Love Curse. We're just going to do Love Curse. And Jonathan, you say everything will turn out the way you want. You voted for Trouble Comes Twice. What are you talking about? This was Soviet Girl's pick. You're so entrenched. You're so deep in, like, the voter fraud and, like, the, I won't show up, someone else. What difference does one vote make anyway? That you don't even remember what you were supporting, Jonathan. We're playing Love Curse. I'm going to spin the wheel one more time just to see what would have been selected if I did it. But we're playing Love Curse. It's locked in. Okay. Our life came next. I'm sorry, DP Hamlin. Our life was next. After that, you know, okay, let's have this on screen. And here, look, you can see results. It was Our Life. Love Curse. Okay, look, it was Love Curse was like the rightful winner, I think. That's fair. Oh yeah, it was always gonna. Oh, hold on now. Hold on now. Was it rigged against Our Life? Oh, sorry. Yeah, against Our Life. Okay, Trouble Comes Twice snakes in. Which one would have been the first to 3? Oh! It was always gonna be Love Curse. It was always gonna be Love Curse. It was never even close to anything else. It was always gonna be that one. Okay. Oh, stream checklist. This is stream 5. And we're doing a dating sim punishment stream. There we go. Okay, let me boot up Love Curse. Where is Love Curse? Here it is. Love Curse : find your soulmate. And it's this is my first time booting it up because I didn't even know it was gonna be selected. So let me set this up. I don't have all this pre-ready. Jonathanocracy? Jonathan, again, you might have just not been here. If you weren't here, it would have been a two-way tie between DP Hemlin and Soviet Girl's vote, and we would have gone to the wheel anyway, maybe. Okay, you can see that. I know it's not quite full screen. I'll see about fixing that deeper in. All characters are 18 or older. What the hell? Do I have to hold the button down? Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead or actual events is coincidental. Please. Uh-oh. Any videos or streams refrain from featuring over 3 hours of gameplay. Uh-oh. Don't spoil any endings. Okay. I don't want to disrespect their wishes. Let's go to the wheel. Wheelofnames.com. You can see this. Yes, you can. Playing Trouble Comes Twice. I'm sorry, DP Evelyn. I was trying to give you an opportunity. We're playing Trouble Comes Twice! Woo! Trouble Comes Twice it is. Alright, we're playing Trouble Comes Twice. Look, it's okay. This is a more traditional dating sim. This is a more traditional dating sim anyway, right? This is like more in line with the... By the way, do not search. Or at least be careful, you know? You can engage in whatever you like, but I just want to warn you, if you're gonna go on Steam with... Loud. Where is this audio? Okay, there it is. Damn. Okay, sorry about that. If you're gonna go to Steam with visual novel ticked and dating sim ticked, make sure nudity is X'd. Cause again, you know, you can engage in whatever games you like. You can, but some of those titles are crazy on Steam games. Like, if you're gonna have a sex game on Steam, do you have to make the title like insane? Because all 100 of them, I was looking at it, I was like, I'm so glad I decided to figure out which game to play before stream, like a couple days ago. Because if I had just like blindly, trustingly, like cluelessly stumbled into, let's pick from any game on Steam and like, let me capture my Steam, that would have gone badly. You hope Glimmerden was shattered twice? Hey, well, trouble does come twice, doesn't it? Trouble sure does come twice. Welcome to Trouble Comes Twice. Okay, I might lower it a bit more. Is that too quiet? I feel like that's... I think that's good. Should I make the text speed just like maxed? Why would you ever not want the text speed fast? Okay. Let's start Trouble Comes Twice. Welcome, dear player. See, they call me dear. That's nice. That's a little romantic already, isn't it? To be like, hey, dear. Yeah, nice, dude. I feel like I just got home after a long day at the office. We've been waiting for you, and the game's been waiting for me. Allow me to introduce our protagonists, Jace and Hazel. To the left is the incredibly handsome Jace. That's me. And to the right, we have Hazel. She's not as amazing as me. Okay, so we'll probably pick him to play then. If she sucks. I can hear you. Yeah, that's the point. I feel like his face made that ruder. Which is also, I mean, I hope he didn't hear me say that. As he was saying, as I should be the one saying, see, okay, these are both player characters, so they're both going to have my voice. So I can't, like, give them a made-up voice. So this is just going to be confusing at the start. As I should be the one saying, no, you're a terrible host. Okay, so she's not as amazing and she's a terrible host? Why do they even have a second player character? That's why I have no other choice than to do it. What? Jace, get away from that ledge. A host requires... Oh, be a host. Okay, a host requires charm and class. You have neither, but go on. Anyway, these beautiful twins are pretty amazing. Wait, both of them? Their only flaw is that the sister can't find a lover. Which is likely because of her lack of charm and class. Oh, don't you even get started on that. He started it a while ago. He's in the middle of it. You've never dated anyone either. I could easily date if I wanted to, but why would I? Good luck finding someone who could put up with you. If it's that easy... Now it's him on the left speaking. If it's that easy for you, then go find yourself a lover. Sure, watch and learn. If you're so confident, why don't we strike a bet? Whoever finds a lover first wins. Hasn't anyone ever told you not to play games with the devil? What, are you scared? Not at all. I'm game. Does that make me the devil? Fine, the deadline is Christmas. Perfect, let's do it. Just don't cry when you lose. Don't worry, I already have a box of tissues with your name on them. This won't even be a challenge. You believe me, don't you, player? Right, player, you're not stupid. You can tell I'll be the winner. It's obvious that I am going to win. Whoa. I think we're gonna go to wheelofnames.com real quick. Holy. Let's figure this out. I was originally just gonna play as Jace, but man, I'm really not sure. What was the other character's name? Not Courtney. It wasn't even close to Courtney. What was her name? Does the game say? Game does not say. Jace or girl? We're playing as girl. We're playing as girl. The ghost of... DP Hamlin votes Jace, what do you know? DP Hamlin, it's not your day, is it? It's not your night, I'm sorry. I'll be honest. You seemed sort of excited about the idea of this dating sim punishment stream during the New Year's stream. And you had also mentioned, like, not being able to make it to many streams because of time zone stuff. That's the reason this stream is at 5 AM for me. It's because I was like, oh, I want to give DP Hamlin a chance in case they want to come by. And damn, dude, I should have spared you the agony. Because it seems like the kind of thing to do would have been to actually permaban you from the channel instead of let you live to see this. Let's go Hazel. Good choice. It's the ghost of Love Curse coming in. Wait, let me choose again. I just want to see if she has a rage reaction. Oh no, she doesn't. Okay. Good choice. Wait, let me see. Would he have said good choice? Would he have been, like, does he have as much kindness in his heart? See, the player trusts me. No, he's a mean guy. Nah, man. Good choice. Don't game with the devil, dude. There's no way I'm about to start a game with the devil. I agree. You know what? I think you could use some practice. Okay, well now I know my player, so my voice is her. This guy's a different voice. Why don't you try to score your favorite love interest? Not that any of them would like you. Excuse me? Give me that controller. I'll play, but only because I got time to waste. So are they doing a video game? Who are the love interests anyway? Wait, I have the introductions for them right here. Let's see. So this isn't... I thought this was their real life. Here we go. Okay. I also... Listen, again, I'm not experienced in this. I would have thought in a dating sim you meet them by, like, you're at a cafe or something and they, like, spill piping hot coffee on you. And it, like, gives you burn marks, and that's how you meet the first love interest. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And you're like, ah! Ah! And then, like, you get taken to the hospital, and you meet one of, like, there's a hot doctor who comes up and is like, oh, we're gonna have to give you some skin grafts. And you're like, oh, okay, I hope that's fine. And that's, like, the second love interest. And then you go to, like, the bank, and they're like, I'm sorry, we can't approve this loan that you need to pay off that hospital debt. And you're like, and that's the third love interest. I didn't think they just, like, lay them out one by one right at the start. The first love interest's Adrian. Wait, why is my best friend on here? He's way too good for you. Oh, poor Adrian having to get wooed by you. Me wooing him? I think you're mistaken. You see, I'm the one who's gonna get pursued. I don't think Adrian's that aggressive when it comes to romance, but we'll see. I've been trying to get in his pants ever since I was a kid. He's our childhood friend, and do I even have to introduce him? You already praise him enough without my help. He's a quiet guy who doesn't smile very often, but he has a gentle heart. When he does smile, girls literally trip over their feet for him. So his love curse is that he has to look this angry all the time. Because otherwise there'd be cars crashing everywhere in front of him. He has a terrible power. Why do you sound more interested in him than me? Because you're my sister. Why would I be interested in you? No, I was saying why do you sound more interested in him than I am interested in him? Oh. If I have to be honest, it's a miracle he gets along with us so well. He's at ours all the time, and our parents love him like a second son. But he never even smiles. He never looks happy when he's over at ours. Sometimes I wonder why. Sometimes I look in his eyes and it's like he's somewhere else. It's like he's currently sitting in our house, but mentally he's sitting in a different friend's house where he smiled one time and the whole house burned down because everyone just started collapsing around him. I don't know. Are you ignoring me or can you actually not hear me? He's what's it called? A gentleman? A cinnamon bun. Also true. I don't think we're gonna go for the well, maybe not self-described cinnamon bun, to be fair. If he calls himself a cinnamon bun, he's off the list. But I guess I can't, like, discredit him for getting shot in the head by his close friends. Which is what just happened, by the way. Anyway, that's Adrian. Moving on. So we're gonna have 4 of these introductions. Okay, let me quickly close the door. I wanted to give the animal time to come in. I'm just gonna close it over so the animal can come in if he wants. He's on the bed right now. He's on his bed. He has his bed outside my door and my bed inside the door that he goes on. But there's echo when the door's open. Are we really just gonna... We're not... I would completely expect to be meeting them one by one. The second love interest is Zoe. Of course she's on the list. I knew you two were suspicious. Zoe's your close friend, and probably on this list because you two have some sparks going on already. She's also up to your standards in regards to looks, which isn't the easiest feat to achieve. If anyone calls himself a cinnamon bun, they're off the list. For sure, DP Hamlin. Hold on, again, this is my first time playing a dating sim. Let's keep a little list. So, of like what it takes to get kicked off. Calling yourself a cinnamon bun. How do you spell cinnamon? There we go. So, calling yourself a cinnamon bun. That's the first one on the list. Hold on, let me even set up a little captcha. Oh, whatever, I'll do that. I'll do that some other time. Usually they spread them out while they do this. I don't know, to be honest. I'm kind of looking at this being like, this is pretty wordy. I don't know if I don't know if this is the most engaging way to start your game, but that's okay. It'll probably kick up in a little minutes. Wearing a hat? Wearing a hat? No, DP Hamlet. Hats. Some hats go crazy. I don't have many fashion opinions, but I think jackets and hats. It depends on the hat. To be clear, hold on. If it's like a fedora, that's like, you're suspicious. You're not off the list, but I'm like kind of circling your name, tapping it, being like marked for deletion. Approve this report in a few days. But there are like if you're wearing like a newsboy cap, I think the right person wearing a top hat. If they kick babies, that's true, Jonathan. Yeah. She can even put up with your ego. How amazing. Now you're just trying to piss me off. It seems like that's all Jace does. He's kind of a dick. She's our neighbor, so she comes over quite often. Again, why don't have this be she comes over and says, "Hey, I'm coming over from next door, bestie. Let's hang out." And then like I have a little thought bubble text box where it's like, maybe I could date her as one of my options. And then like I go about my day and I run into the others. She likes excitement and parties and blah blah blah. Whether she is your sidekick or you are hers has not been determined yet. Player, do I look like a sidekick to you? And with that said, on to the next one. The third love interest is Cameron. He's on this list too. Fedoras are cool, they get a bad hat. Do you mean bad rap? Or was that a bit of a Freudian slip? I don't know, I've never heard of him before. You haven't? Should I have? Cameron's somewhat infamous at our college. Lots of rumors going around about him. Apparently he smiles at people, and bad things happen around him. And he doesn't even care. He doesn't even try to hold it in. He's the flirty type, and though he might look a bit intimidating, he's a good guy deep down. Uh-huh. Also, he plays basketball and rides a motorcycle. Nice! I don't think you've met him yet, but I play basketball with him and his friends regularly. I haven't introduced you before since we don't really spend time together outside campus. And last but not least, she's small. Gee, she's so petite. I don't like that. I'm kind of worried about such a gentle girl getting involved with someone like you. Oh, for the love of... Quit overreacting. It's not like I bite. I feel like right now... I don't know. Maybe losing the bet wouldn't be so bad for both of these people. Is it losing the bet if they just, like, make it to 28 before they do anything? Stephanie, your fourth love interest, is a genuinely nice girl. Which is why I don't get why she adores you so much. She should really have chosen a better role model to follow. Stephanie? Oh, that's the violinist from my course. Wait, so she adores me and I don't even know who she is? Anyway, she's kind to everyone. She easily gets pushed around by people. Yes, I've noticed something like that. I think that's all. All of them are wasted on you. Yes, what a shame. Well, who strikes your fancy then? Of course, you can go for another route later. But who would you like to pursue first? What? Yeah, you just choose? What? Wait. So this isn't... That's not what I thought this was at all. I thought this was like you... Oh, he has like a little narrative and you're like making dialogue choices. You just choose... Oh, I win. I choose... I forgot all their names. Stephanie was the most recent one. But okay, I choose this guy. I win the bet. Game 2. Let's see, speed run. How quickly can you click through the character introductions? But I don't even know yet. I haven't spoken to them. Okay. You know what it is. Democracy time again? Yeah, my version of democracy. Because I've, like, learned. Jace girl. So, okay, what are these characters? It's Stephanie. What's... The second... The girl... The other girl is... Like, friend? Neighbor. Stephanie? Neighbor. Cinnamon roll. And... Basketball. DP Hamlin votes turtleneck. Well, okay. Good to know, DP Hamlin. Afraid we're going basketball this time. Okay. I think basketball was, literally my, least favorite pick of the picks, by the way. Just to be clear. Let me move that capture source here so that I can, yeah. So I don't have to keep going to that one every time. Okay, we're playing basketball. Yeah, I think this was the option I was looking at being like, yeah, I think that might be the worst. But hey, apparently he's got a good heart. And yeah, and DP Hamlin's vote was for these two. So, what do you know? Was this your third choice, DP Hamlin? Was this your third choice? You can be honest, was this your third choice? In a choice between these two, which one would you choose, DP Hamlin? Do you want to choose Cameron? I guess. But is that just... Is the game decided? Like... I thought I was going to be interacting with each of them and, like, choosing... Oh, and now Cameron wants to go on a date with me, but Stephanie has violin practice and asked if I want to come listen. Like, who do I go to? Before even opening my eyes, the first thing I hear is the sound of chirping birds. It's a beautiful day outside. Sounds like morning's arrived. With my eyes still squeezed shut, I try my best to ignore this incessant squawking, and maybe it's not too late to fall back asleep. Sadly, it doesn't sound like they're planning to shut up anytime soon. I guess it's my fault for forgetting to close the window last night. It's actually a little strange that I didn't remember to. I usually don't forget. I tilt my head to the side. Did we just hard cut to, like... successful dating? Like, I know this picture's obviously our brother, but is this about to be Cameron? There's something surprisingly soft, and it makes me giggle. What a weird texture. Did I always have a pillow like this? My heart drops. Wait a second. The person sleeping on my shoulder shifts, snoring a little louder with each breath. I recognize that snore. Okay, it's fine. I thought that was gonna be... Oh man, it's weird I didn't leave my it's weird I left my window open. I wouldn't normally do that. Oh, this is weird. This doesn't feel like any pillows I own. Oh, what's that sound next to me? And it's like, oh, I'm at Cameron's place. But it's okay. Why are you moving so much? Stop being a pain and sit still. Ew, it's you. Okay, you can't be mean to me all the time. And then also be, like, weirdly needy and like, oh, hey, I had a nightmare. Can I sleep with you? And like, oh, stop moving. Oh, please, I'm trying to get extras. I'm trying to get my Zeds in. You must have slept here all night. Veto. I'm doing it roughly. I had time to think while the wheel was spinning. He doesn't no, you gotta get... This has to be discouraged. Why should I treat him nicely? He brought this upon himself. Oh, Jace will remember that. I groan in disgust, shoving his head off my shoulder with a rough push. Is he okay? His eyes snap open, blinking twice. Where's my pillow? In your room, probably. What? No, I'm talking about the one that was here just now. You're a weird guy, Jace. Oh, I don't know, why don't you check your room? And he rolls his eyes so far back in his skull, they might not roll back down. Okay, seriously, don't play games with the devil. This is like a demon brother. Why do fictional siblings always hate each other? Yeah, they're like old enough to know better, I think. You know? When he like, you can hate someone if they suck, but you can't. Not if this is then like the haha. I annoyed my sister successfully. You're like 26, dude. When he faces me again, he's plastered on his favorite "annoy me again and I'll kill you" smile. Wait, so it's about me annoying him now? Hazel, my lovely sister. It's like super early and I actually prefer to spend my mornings in peace and silence, so would you ever so graciously please shut up and just be a good pillow? What is this guy's problem? And from the way they were talking in like the intro thing, I don't think this is just, oh, you select one character and the other one's like this. Because I don't feel like she was as nearly as combative. Thank you in advance. What is he like? The way he's talking and the way his face is going is like sociopathic a little bit. He tries to roll his head back onto his shoulder, but I shove him to the side again. What is this guy's problem? Before he gets another chance to test my patience, I scramble to my feet. Speaking of silence, my lovely brother, you know what place is really peaceful and quiet? Your own freaking room. His gaze bounces around the room, but my glare stays fixed on him. It's a classic diversion technique of his. Not sure why. Okay, this is like... Can we play Love Curse instead? I would love to, but the developer asked kindly to not do more than 3 hours or to show any endings, and the whole point of this is that I gotta get an ending. I don't want to go against the developer's wishes. I'm like, oh, they don't want their game shown that way, you know? Wait, you think this is your room? It's obviously, the door's over there, don't let it hit you on the way out, bye. This guy... I really, like, beyond... I feel like this is going beyond, oh, this guy's a little annoying, or like, oh, come on, leave me alone. I feel like this is into, like, this is a dangerous man territory. The moment I point to the door, it bursts open. Does that count as telekinesis? Is this the moment where someone pops up and goes, Hazel, you're a wizard? Yeah, I gotta be careful where I point. And, what did I call him? Not neighbor, not basketball. I don't know. The other guy needs to be careful of smiling. You would say something, but you're afraid to anger Tyrant Chimmaney? You can say whatever you like, Jonathan. I mean, there may be consequences. If you're, is that how you set up to say something like incredibly bigoted, Jonathan? Like, oh man, I would say something, but I don't want to anger the tyrant. It's like, oh no, go ahead, go ahead. My hopes are soon crushed because the man on the other side of the door isn't an 8-foot giant. It's just Dad. What does telekinesis have to do with 8-foot giants? Whoa, kids, what's the ruckus in here? Oh, well, he's better than nothing. Dad, you have to help me. How old are we supposed to be? Uh-oh, what did Jace do this time? We're acting like we're 12. Jace rests back against the bed. Seriously, this, like, smug-ass expression while I'm being like, hey, dude, get your head off my shoulder and get out of my room, get out of my bed. And he's like, oh, no, what? Come on, I'm gonna stay here, huh? Hey, just be a good pillow for me. Like, I don't like that. Yeah, go on, Hazel. What horrible crime did I commit this time? Fashion murder? I mean, my immediate reaction to seeing you was that this is a very, like, ugly shirt. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, they're pretty horrendous pajamas. Well, yes, that too. I was being sarcastic. Well, I wasn't. See what I have to deal with, Dad? Ignoring his awful attitude, he slept on my shoulder all night. My muscles are going to be sore all day. And did I mention he snores like a pig? Because he snores like a pig. How do I know that? Well, I guess I woke up before him. But it's not like it woke me up. Funny that you, of all people, should say that. I have video evidence of you snoring loud enough to burst someone's eardrums. So you're filming me in my sleep now? It's great for blackmail. Ah, I can't stand you. Dad, could you please remove this abomination from my room? I just want to get to the basketball guy, dude. I don't think I can tolerate his presence much longer. Your room? Yes, my room. Okay, if it turns out I'm in his room, then he gets leniency. Yes, my room, because this is my room. Why are you two so confused about this? Oh, we understand just fine. You're the one who doesn't get that this is. Also, my muscles are aching, and don't even get me started on this raging headache. Is that all? Because if you're done being a melodramatic brat, I'd like to remind everyone that the real victim is me. You've got to be kidding me. Trust me, I wish I was. Do you have any idea how uncomfortable your shoulders are? I don't think my neck will ever recover. Not to mention you won't let me finish a single sentence and you're even trying to kick me out of... I lift a hand to cut him off. Enough! It's pity you, Zeke. I don't have any to spare you. You're the one who should have thought twice before you decided to use me as a human cushion. And I use my telekinetic finger to lift him and cast him out that window and, like, throw him down to street level. Or maybe you shouldn't be making a big deal out of this, considering it's all your fault. None of this would even have happened if you didn't force me to play that stupid dating sim with you all night. Or perhaps you could stop pretending like you don't enjoy those games just as much, if not even more than I do. Dad's gaze darts awkwardly between the two of us. I failed as a father. Oh, man. I think I should maybe just go out of the house, into a new house, start a new life. Dad gets cut off mid-sentence. What's taking you so long, dear? Are the kids still not ready? When Mom steps into the room, we all fall silent. She flashes us a curious smile. She's unreal, even in the mornings. I don't know if this was a good idea. Even in the mornings, it looks like she's walked straight out of a TV commercial. I've always been Mom's #1 fan. Scratch that. Dad's probably her #1 fan, but I'm definitely second place. It's hard to not have high standards for yourself and others when your mum's a literal model. When none of us answer her question, Mum's gaze sweeps the room. When her eyes land on the TV, her warm smile turns annoyed. Our children were playing dating sims all night again. Don't tell me you two played up staying video games all night. Stayed up playing, you get it. Not played up staying. Again. Uh-oh. Jason and I exchange a guilty look. I reach for the remote, switching off the television. I'm going quick right now because I'm kind of trying to get to the next scene. But then it's just not happening. So all that's happening is I'm reading the scene. We need an excuse as soon as possible! In the end, there's only one valid excuse. It's all Jace's fault. Okay. What? Hazel, you two are family. You should be working together, not against one another. So it's alright if we lie, as long as we lie together? Well, if you insist. You're right. And that's exactly why I intend to take full responsibility. Can we get something different on the screen? My brother's shortcomings. Overthrow tyrant Chimmaney type urges? I think that stream delay. Someone probably mentioned urges. Huh? I raise both my hands in surrender, wrists tied up in imaginary handcuffs. If you're gonna punish anyone, punish me! Our parents, stay still, taking a sweet... How's our life, DP Hamlin? How's our life? Is it good? Mum's first to react. Her frown melts away, revealing a pleased smile. Is our life a good game? Is it like, really kind of engaging and there's like a lot going on in it? Oh, Hazel, you're so mature. I'm so proud of you. Looking equally pleased. Dad nods. Yeah, good job. I'm smirking. Oh, they're so gullible. You really gonna let her get away with it? What do you mean letting her get away? We were both about to get away with it. I swallow the curse words tickling the back of my throat before I cast an incantation on him. What do you mean, Jace? Now he's not smirking so much. Hey, Hazel, I didn't even know where to begin. I was having a bad sleep. You can see the ice bags, right? Yeah, you're nodding. I knew they were gullible. What the heck? And I fake a laugh before he tells me it's actually his room. Why are you laughing like that? You're such a joker. Sensation comedy. His voice is low. I'm barely older than you by a couple minutes. I'm only dependable when I want to be. I don't want to argue with them. Oh, kids are so funny, aren't they adorable, dear? Oh my goodness! We love them both so dearly. Thanks for your input. Yep, that's different. We're just neighbors. We're different neighbors. Stop imitating me. Please, stop imitating me. Our life is awesome, says DP Hamlin. Oh, the grass is so green on the other side of the fence. It's much more emotional. Oh, dude. Sending me like a postcard and it's like beautiful scenery. I got a problem? You don't have a problem. Blah, blah, blah. Facing our parents. Faces light up instantly. This trick works. I'll be ready in a minute. We'd wait an eternity for you. And what about you, other darling? Oh, it's smart, athletic, and handsome. He's more like incompetent. Come on. Are they just pretending you see harass? When it comes to those two, who knows about whether or not they see us harassing each other? By the way, what's going on? How do you remember the dreams? I don't know. I don't even remember the options. The love interest is so weird. Anyway, you can rest assured. You're more shallow than me. Come on, don't act all innocent. Oh yeah, and we made a bet to doing Christmas. So you're the one who needs to get out. With September drawing to an end. This is such a long intro for I already selected who the love interest is going to be. And I haven't even met him yet. Okay, well here's Adrian now. He's not the guy I selected. And smiles from him are pretty rare. Yeah, I bet they are. Good morning. Wait, he's smiling right now. No, I'm dying. Oh, I collapsed. I slipped. I tripped over myself like everyone does when he smiles, and I collapsed. And let's maybe give our life a look. Our life beginnings and always. Let's see how that one goes. It's loading. Game takes a while to open. Okay, here we are. Welcome to our life. Hold on, which one's my game capture? Oh yeah, it is this one. I thought that was... Okay, here's our life. Okay, you cannot see it. Is that because I have transparency ticked or something? No. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, what if I can't capture this game? Then what the hell do we do? Cause why okay, what is that, by the way? So it's like not quite full screen on my screen, but it's basically full screen. What is this tiny little, is that like a face? What is that? It's like, it's a shell. That's, okay, so that's up here. That's the bottom corner of the DLC info button. I see. Okay. Maybe I need to try window capture? Okay, that works. Config? Is that settings? Might just lower this a bit. Voice? Is this game voice acted? Or is this like a kind of game? Full screen. I don't know, that's fine. Maybe the universe is trying to tell us something? Okay, but hey, listen. I just want to say, DB Emlyn, don't get too excited. You've seen how changeable I am today. If this doesn't go well, I might just like quickly look up, like, I might get a 4th option off of Steam. I might like quickly search without capturing Steam, because I've learned my lesson on that. I might get a 4th option and just see like, okay, what's a game I can beat, like, lickety-split. A new file. God, if only Love Curse, what the heck? If only the developers' wishes were more in line with the nature of the stream. Welcome to Our Life Beginnings and Always. There are various ways you can customize and interact with the game. The tutorial's an overview of how the features work. You can read the full tutorial. Yep, there are 4 different ages. And then there are different moments in each of them. And you can skip them. Okay. If you do that, you and Jonathan will overthrow me? Yeah, good luck with that. A lot happens over the years that go by, especially in regard to the character you play as. You determine nearly everything about the main character: name, appearance, personality, pronouns, interests, skills, their relationship with major characters, and so on. You can decide to change the details as time goes on, with a few exceptions. Your last name, skin tone, and eye color can't be altered once set. Much of the main character's basic traits are determined on the character creation screen, yep. Okay, I think... Only the default... Wait, what was that? Only the default name is included in the base game, but you could get... Oh, this is for voice acting. Okay, I thought they were saying, like, you have to get DLC to change your name from Jamie. Like, oh, I got the Jennifer DLC. Oh, I got the Chris DLC. Okay. Yep. I'm sure most of this I can just figure out. Oh my goodness, dude. They try to get you. If only the Love Curse devs let themselves be exploited. I don't know if it is exploiting. Is it exploiting? Is it advertising? I don't know. I wouldn't be getting to all 4 endings. There'd be stuff for you to be like, oh, that game looks fun. But I think Chimmaney chose the wrong person. I want to go for the... I don't know. There's rum. Craig. Craig Carmichael. Let's go square. I don't know, what would Craig Carmichael look like? I think the default's fine for Craig Carmichael. Eyes? I don't like those. Okay, maybe it's not the eyes though, maybe it's the mouth. It just... I feel like that combination ain't good. Those eyes are fine. What are the differences? Yeah, those eyes are fine. Black, brown, beige, yellow, gold, orange, red, pink, purple, blue, green, grey, black. Okay, let's do grey because it looks a little bit like he's on death's door. That one looks very funny. Call her Stephanie Basketball. I think I've had enough of basketball and Stephanie's for one stream. I don't know, I haven't had enough of Stephanie's. Or basketball. Actually, we didn't even really meet the basketball guy. Maybe he was cool. Okay, all of these look a little... Okay, I was gonna say a little car accident hair. I don't know like what that... But look, okay, this guy, like, in a cartoon, he crashed a car and then he, like, pops his hair up and it's like, whoa, and he's, like, covered in soot and he's like, whoa, that sure didn't go the way I was expecting it to. This is a car accident hair. Okay, well now it's less car accident hair. Okay, if I choose two-tone, can I choose the second color? Oh, I see. Okay, what if I make Two-Face? What if I make Harvey Dent? What if I'm Harvey Dent? Harvey Dent. Yeah, that's good. What color? Oh, I wish I could do heterochromia and like make this eye like red. Okay, what about red eyes? Is that Harvey Dent? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like the brown eyes might be Harvey Dent, but I don't actually have a good recollection in my mind. Double, triple dribble. Oh yeah, for the basketball guy name. Hair back color, yeah, that's good. Change page. Hand size. No glasses unless they're like, unless there's some. Okay. Okay, yeah. It's not quite Harvey Dent, but it's a little bit closer. Birthmarks. Just make sure they're all on this side of the face. No, Harvey Dent wouldn't have rosy cheeks, I don't think. Or would he? Would Harvey Dent have rosy cheeks? He'd have one rosy cheek for sure. You feel like I'm not taking this seriously? Dude, what's more serious than, like, the top lawyer in Gotham going through a horrible kidnapping disfigurement incident and then, like, losing his mind and turning to crime himself? It's a tragic story. I can't even see my hands. What is this? Like, maybe you can see them later in the game, but then why aren't they showing me? Harvey Dent would have slender hands. All the fat burned off in the acid. Birthmarks. But I can't even see. What is this? Oh, is this just in Oh, I bet this is just in dialogue. It'll say, like, oh, you have slender hands. Oh, that birthmark on your arm is sure, you know. I have scars on my arm, leg, chest, and back. All down the left side. I like to wear... I mean, he wears suits. So... yeah. And he wears a watch as well. Okay, I think we're done. Let me check a DLC store page. How much would it cost to have them say Harvey? What is that DLC? We got Baxter's story, Cove wedding story, Derek's story. Where's the voice one? Voiced name expansion. Wait, it's free. You'll be able over 600 names. Yeah, but what are they? Is Harvey on here? Okay, I see some H's. But why would you have a DLC pack with 600 names and you don't have a list of what the names are? Whatever. We don't need voice acting anyway. That's what I'm here for. Let's go. Now you really want to replay our life? Yeah. Are you listening? Love Cursed Devs? See? I'm playing this game and someone in chat's like, oh dude, I really want to play it too now. It could happen. Summer in Sunset Bird was a special time of year. Your usually sleepy town began to bustle. It was a popular tourist destination with people coming from all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and the relaxation that came with both. The smell of the ocean, crisp and salty, hung in the air, bringing 3 whole months of schoolless vacation with it. During the summer, your mums didn't like you to wander too far outside your neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. And that included the people. Families came and went to Sunset Bird, but they mostly stayed and did what your mum called putting down roots. They built businesses, got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to the nice young kids who waved when passing their stores. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar, friendly residents waved. Oh, friendly residents. Okay. Because coming off the back of Resident Evil 4, this is going to be quite a tone change for me, I think. The house their family was, most of them just said hello. You didn't really get why they always had to say hi. I don't know. I don't know. I think I actually. I don't know if I'm in the right headspace for this. Cause did I get like completely put off by Trouble Comes Twice? I should be like reading all this, getting invested, but right now 3 options popped up. For the first time this stream, we got actual like visual novel dating sim gameplay where you get to choose something. And the only thing I'm thinking is like, oh man, do I gotta read all that? No, I gotta wake up, set myself right. How do I do that? What's a good way to, like, wake up, other than setting an alarm? Because that, I'll tell you right now, that one doesn't work that well. Am I about to be here for 8 hours? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is like, am I gonna be here for 8 hours in this game, assuming I'm, like, skipping everything I can skip? I'm here for 8 hours. Is that what's happening? Curse you, triple double. Yeah. We're already like an hour. Is this going to be a 9.5 hour stream where I'm skipping everything? Oh. How come Chimmaney gets freedom of choice but you don't? You do. You can close the tab. You can say, you know what, this one ain't going so well. I'm out of here. You got plenty of choices, Jonathan. I'm stuck here. I gotta be here. I got love cursed by a spinning wheel during the New Year's stream. I don't have choices. You got choice. Okay, I'm just gonna speed run this a little bit till we get to actually meeting a character. Okay, I'm not gonna care too much about these. I nodded my head back. I said hi to a lot of people. Or I was too anxious. I nodded my head back. It was the polite thing to do. But today there was a man sitting on the curb, and he looked real sad. And whatever he was, you'd never seen him before. Even though you'd recognize everyone in this sleepy little town. And you have a big sister named Lizzie. It's gonna be a 9-hour stream where we jump from game to game. You know what? Hold on. There's a precedent for this. Our life. Search Steam. Vanish. Search Steam 2. Vanish, I don't know what that is. I don't think it means end stream. We're gonna figure out what that means. If it gets selected, I mean. Okay. Let me search Steam real quick. Let me just look. Dating sim. Search. Dating sim ticked. Visual novel ticked. Nudity X'd. Sort by user reviews. I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Anything jumping out? I mean, I already scrolled through this a couple days ago. Love at first sight, and the image is like a person with one giant eye across their whole head. What's this? After falling in love at first sight with the shy Sachi Usui, an injury-ridden, single-eyed, lonely high school girl. Did I make up lonely? The protagonist tries to win over her lonely and isolated heart. There it is. See, a pure, warm, heart-warming romance. I can't even read today. Where the apple of your eye only has one eye. Let me read the reviews. Overwhelmingly positive. Adorable. Sachi is so cute. The scar fetish was a bit but other than that, it's a creepy, cute visual novel. Scar fetish? Okay. I mean, these are all positive reviews that I'm scrolling past. Okay, listen to this review. It's a short and sweet kinetic visual novel. I don't know what kinetic means in this context. Starring an adorable one-eyed schoolgirl. The romance is cute, but a certain event, scenes where MC touches her wounds, felt weird. Yeah, maybe another game. Okay, do either of you have any recommendations? Please Be Happy is the title of this game. This game's called Please Be Happy. Is that a good pick? Is that good for the moment? A comfy Yuri visual novel. So I think Yuri means, like, women in love with women. But also, I'm certain of that. But like, Yuri on Ice is an anime show that I think people, like, theorize is a man loving a man romance, but then I also think there's like evidence that it is like not there in reality and it's made up and they like didn't actually do it, but that's called Yuri on Ice even though Yuri is the other one. Anyway, it's about a fox girl Miho and her quest to find the person who's most important to her. This emotional visual novel features 2 different heroines to choose from and a story that would make you both laugh and cry. Oh, DP Hamlin, you got some recommendations. Okay, thank you. Dungeon Boyfriend. That's an interesting title. Is it not on Steam? Or Boyfriend Dungeon TTRPG. Life on the Edge. Why is that so low down when you search Dungeon Boyfriend? Oh no, it requires the base game Boyfriend Dungeon. Okay, is that implying Boyfriend Dungeon was hidden when I searched for it? Like my filters hid it? There's not like nudity in there, is there? These are your contributions. See you later. If you're heading off, I'll see you later, DP Hamlin. Date your weapons. Romance swords. Okay, that sounds interesting. And Asagao Academy does not seem to be on Steam. Okay, let me quickly look up how long to beat Boyfriend Dungeon. Okay, it's looking doable. It's 8.5 hours, main story 5.5. Main plus sides 8.5. $30. Okay, let's keep that in the back pocket. I think it'll be better for me knowing that there's an alternative. In case... I thought visual novels and dating sims were more like... I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this one's gonna turn into it. But I thought there was more like, oh, you go to this scene and this like wacky scenario plays out. And then you go to this other scene and this wacky scenario plays out. And oh my god, did you really just bump into that guy and make him drop all his books? Okay, so there's a guy sitting on my porch and I don't recognize him. He looks sad. It could be okay to talk to new people. But I wasn't sure about him. What? Oh, these are different colors. Were the others also different colors? Or is this like when like the choices are you're picking a different route? I mean, he looks like sad. I'll say like, hey, what's up, mate? Are you okay? Hey, you raised your eyebrows at his shout. Did he want something? He came over to me. Yeah, to give him a smile, I guess. He gives a hint of his own. Do you live around here? What's your name? I'm Harvey Dent. It's nice to meet you. You look the man up and down. Also, I didn't expect blinks. Taking in his tanned skin and relaxing appearance. A relaxed appearance. At least his clothes weren't relaxed. The way he was acting... Oh, his clothes were relaxed. Oh my god, dude. I might just need to, like, go to sleep. The way he was acting sure wasn't. He had sharks on his shorts and a stingray tattoo. No, I'm gonna push through this. Hold on, let me take a second. Water goes in. Wake up, Chimmaney. Wake up, Chimmaney. He's got sharks on his shorts. And, he's waiting for an answer to his question. Okay. Dude, wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. This wasn't even on purpose, but... Harvey Dent. Do I act naughty or nice? I act nice. I live right there. My name's Harvey. Great, nice to meet you, Harvey. He gave you a broad smile, relief settling on his face. He handed me an Abraham Lincoln. Is that... No, that's not who that is. That's like... Who is that? Is that like John something? I was gonna say John Wilkes Booth, but I don't think they have him on the money. That would be pretty funny, by the way. If, like, Abraham Lincoln was on the money during his lifetime, but then he gets killed by John Wilkes Booth, and it's like, oh, great, now we have to put John Wilkes Booth on the new money. We have to replace Abe Lincoln. Someone killed him. Bribery? He gives me a Queen Wilkes Booth. Okay, I might turn off voice acting if that's what it is. If it's like inside your ear and it's just like the first word. Could you do me a favor? Nothing bad. Sorry, I should have... Let me start over. He cleared his throat and stood up straighter. From where he was standing, it just made him look creepier. I'm turning off... No, I'm turning off voice acting. I have a son. His name's Cove. He's about your age. This is going to decide the rest of this conversation. Oh. Cove. That seems like a strange name for an actual living person to you. Oh, to me? I thought that was dialogue. But definitely the kind of name someone like this guy would give their kid. Cove's dead! We moved in across the street, eh? He gestured towards the house that had been empty for the new year. And the for sale sign was gone. You must be Harvey Dent, right? I met your moms earlier and they told me you were 8, just like him, so... He shook the $20 bill, the almighty dollar, to bring you back to your attention. All I care about is my silver dollar, though. A hopeful smile tilting his lips at the corners. Can you try to be friends with the boy?
Just give it a chance and you can keep this. He's a good kid, you'll like him. But you gotta keep it a secret too, okay? Wouldn't be friendly to say his dad sent you. Do other kids really get their parents to pay for friendships? Had your mom's done that? Had your mom's done that for you and Lizzie? The thought made you frown. What do you say? Want to make a deal? No, I'll take the bill. I mean, Harvey Dent, you know, he can be bought. It's all about taking as much money as he can. Bank heists and such. He gets up to some wacky adventures. You carefully plucked the bill from his outstretched hand, grinning at the thoughts of what you could do with that much cash. Okay, none of these are very Harvey Dent. All the sweets I could ever want. Your tummy rumbled thinking about it. Nah, that was just a start, you thought. The sky was the limit with that kind of amount. He smiled at you. That's great. I'll bring him by tomorrow. I wanted him to meet and greet with the neighbors today, but... well, I don't know where he's gotten off to. He laughed when he said that, but with the way his face looked, you thought he actually wanted to cry. If you see him, can you tell him to come on home? He's got a pink cast and glasses. You can't miss it. Okay. This definitely wasn't the normal way kids made friends. You knew that, but you were still gonna help. The man smiled and reached out to pat you on the head, paused before doing so, then pulled his hand away instead. Your moms are already checking around for me. Such a thoughtful group you are. Now I better go look too. Can't put everyone else to work while I keep sitting here. I thought he might come back, and that's not what's most important. I have to go. Thanks again, Harvey. So much. Yeah, whatever. He jogged off down the street without another word. You checked the hills behind your house. Step 1. First sight. The chirping of crickets in the tall grass greeted you, quiet and familiar. Don't give me a nighttime scene right now. It's going to make me want to go to sleep. From the top of the hill, you could see the ocean. As you walked, you listened to the crash of the waves on the shore and the seagulls squawking as they settled down for the night. I don't know. Harvey Dent, he's more about the big city. He doesn't like the sand. It gets everywhere. You took a deep breath. You tried to relax. Something told you weren't alone. And then you saw a boy sitting on top of one hill, almost completely hidden within the long grass and the white flowers surrounding him. His head was buried in his knees, staring ahead by himself. For whatever reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention, he hadn't noticed you yet. You watched him a minute longer, feeling a bit like you found a deer in the wild. Though deer didn't have. I mean, deer don't have any of these. Wasn't there in all of the above? I mean, I guess the most standout thing would be the green hair. Like, immediately see. Especially because he also apparently did his eyebrows, so this must be natural? But the dad doesn't have green hair. Wait, is this the Joker? Is this Two-Face meeting the Joker, like, as a youngin'? Harvey Dent and the Joker as, like, 50 or like 12-year-olds meeting each other and like, one day you and me are gonna do big things in this city. But this new boy did have green hair. You watched as it fluttered softly around his face in the breeze. After a few more seconds, you took a step forward, then another, and he glanced your way. His aquamarine eyes reflected the light of the moon. You stopped, raising a hand to acknowledge him and show you weren't scary. Oh, okay, well, I guess that's implying the coin decided I'm not scary for this interaction, so. Are you lost? With a start, he jumped to his feet, his hands boiling into fists at his side. He didn't say anything, he just stared at you in a strange way. He'd been crying. You could tell because of the tears. It caught him off guard. His pink cast seemed to glow in the twilight, even though he hid it behind his back. And something the man said earlier had stuck out to you. Was it about the pink cast and the red glasses?
Cove. Ah!
Eyes wide, he studied you.
How'd you know that?
You touched the money in your pocket, feeling it crinkle beneath your fingertips.
Lucky guess. No way! Tell the truth! Okay, your dad told me who you are. Oh. So, is this your hill?
He gestured with his uninjured arm to the patch of grass surrounding you, his face falling at the prospect.
I can leave if it is.
Shook your head. You shook your two faces. While doing so, you also picked at a strand of lint on your leg. What a weird question to ask someone.
Oh!
He sat back down with a thump, resting his chin on his knees again. Curious about the strange new boy with the odd dad, you sat on the patch of grass next to him. The pure white flowers that covered this hill rocked back and forth gently as the stars twinkled above. The way they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers too. The night wind was cool as a... I'm also just, like, sorry for kind of speeding through this, but I'm kind of thinking, like, oh, if this is going to be 8.5 hours? What the hell just happened? My screen died. My screen just died. Can you still see me? Hello? I think you can. My monitor just went completely black and the game went to my second monitor. Did a cord... Hold on. I think a cord just came undone. Did it? I'm under the desk, just like checking. Is it okay? Did like the power cord? Is it normal? No, still. Wait. Oh, I see. Ah, yep, that cord came out. I got it. Okay, does that monitor want to come awake again? But now is everything messed up? Oh, god damn it. What a disaster. Okay. I think everything's fine again. But... okay, what's the command for shifting an application to its different monitor? It's like... square bracket right is involved somehow. Shift application to other monitor shortcut. What is it? Alt? What is this? Oh, god damn it. Is it just alt space bracket? No. Alt space right arrow? No. Windows shift arrow? Okay, there we go. We got it. Windows shift arrow. The night wind was cool as it traveled over the ocean and up the hill, chasing the heat away from the afternoon sun.
Why are you here, Joker?
A quiet hiccup escaped Cove as soon as you asked the question. Almost like they'd never stopped, his tears started up again with a vengeance.
My father! He doesn't want to live with my mother anymore. One day he got home and he was angry.
The tears fell fast and heavy over his flushed cheeks.
My mom made my dad leave, and he took me with him, and now we have a house here, and I want to go home.
The outburst took you off guard. By the time he was done wailing, Cove's chest was heaving with exhaustion. He sniffled and removed his glasses, wiping at his eyes with the back of his hand before he put them on again.
I hate this place. I want my real life back. I want my mom.
Okay, we have an opportunity to be mean. That means we flip the two-faced coin. Up. Although, is that like against the spirit of... like, okay, is it like, what's the point of even doing this if I just have the coin select everything? But that's what Two-Face would do. I am getting... It's not like I'm ignoring the roleplay if I let the coin decide everything. It's just that I'm doing the roleplay as Harvey Dent. And being, like, authentic to the character. Okay, listen, how about this? Harvey Dent, he flips the coin to decide how to treat people, but in this case, he's, like, working with the Joker. Okay? They're working together, so I can be nice to the Joker. You just have to get used to being here. He slipped his hands under his glasses and pressed them against his eyes. Gotham was a nice place to live. It had a beach, playgrounds, a good school. At least you thought so. But from the distance, you heard your parents.
Harvey! You have to pull yourself up, Harvey. I don't know what to do. The coin won't tell me. It's a trick coin. It'll always land on edge. Good old Bruce. Always there for me. Cove!
Kids, where did you go? Cove looked at you, tears still clinging to his cheeks.
Don't tell them we're here. I don't want to go back to that house. I want to go home.
You can handle it. And even if you can't, he's your dad, right?
Yeah, he is.
Dusting the grass off your pants, you stood up.
So you didn't come here by yourself, or with a stranger. He's gotta take care of you no matter what.
Slowly, Cove stood up with you, still looking a little reluctant. His dad's voice rang out again.
Cove, can you hear me?
He looked towards the sound of his dad's voice, silent, then turned away while rubbing his not-bandaged arm.
Sorry, I still don't want to go.
I tried to convince him.
Are you sure?
What's a good... I don't want to destroy my voice when we're signing up to a potentially very long stream here. What's a good Harvey Dent voice that isn't gravelly Two-Face?
Are you sure? Oh, Bruce. Hey, Bruce. Hey, Bruce, it's Harvey Dent. We're gonna bring this guy to justice. Are you sure? You'd have to stay outside the whole night and sleep on wet grass.
Before Cove could say anything else, you heard his dad's voice again, even closer than before.
There you are, bud.
And the parents arrived and looked at us. Both of your mums were at your side in a split second, faces filled with worry. I like that expression. That is the face I would make too, if I saw my son was hanging out with the Joker.
Harvey!
Okay, who should these characters be? This could be like Bruce Wayne gender swap. I mean, I don't even know which one's talking, but I'm just trying to figure out voices.
We went to the park to...
By the way, like, Bruce Wayne, I'm kind of, I don't know. Bruce Wayne can sound like anything, but in my head it's going to be the Batman the Animated Series when he goes, Harvey! And reaches over, and like Two-Face falls off a building and he reaches out for him.
It's a trick coin! It'll always land on edge!
Like Kevin Conroy, but not deep Kevin Conroy. Like kind of higher Kevin Conroy.
We went to the park to check for...
That's not even a... Whatever. We were looking around for Cove, and then we were looking for you too. We're okay. Thank God you're both fine. So one of them is Mom and the other one's Mommy. Is that right? Were you two having fun out there? You looked over at Cove, who was wiggling against his dad's tight hug and pushing at his arms. Okay, no, mate. Not happening. I shrugged. You know, without the coin, it's hard for me to make these decisions for myself.
He's new here. It was okay.
Finally letting go of his squirming, scowling son, Cove's dad turned towards the three of you. Thank you very much for finding him. It's a good thing Harvey knows this area so...
Good thing Harvey knows this area so well. Absolutely.
Bye! The two of them walked off into the darkness, heading towards the neighborhood. You watched Cove's bright pink cast until it disappeared.
Tell you what, Harvey. We'll have a proper playdate tomorrow, okay? Your new friend's dad wanted to bring him by to see you and Lizzie.
I don't know what character you could be. You could be like Helena Bertinelli, but the timeline's kinda off on that. And also, you don't have any connection to Harvey Dent. I don't know. You could just be Harvey Dent's mother. How does that sound? Yeah, nodded. Two-Face is a man of few words. And they laughed together, and then they took me home. Weren't I telling you about how... Okay, sorry, this is a confusing chat message to read out loud with the perspective swapped. Weren't I telling you about how I should make my own choices? Oh no, the yous there are universal yous. Like, it's not you as in you or me, it's you as in people. Wasn't I telling you about how people should make their own choices? They should, but Harvey Dent has like he has a condition. That's why he goes to Arkham, is they try to treat him. And you know, they've made some progress, right? Trying to divorce him from just the coin flip, making all his decisions. They put him on a die, so it's like, okay, now he rolls a 6-sided die, and if the 1 comes up, he acts bad, and if the other 5 are good, and they're slowly like weaning him onto being willing to more opportunities and more options, and eventually he might become a fully functional person again. He's showing some really good progress in Arkham. And you go home. And this is how you feel towards Cove. This is how you feel towards the Joker. So do I choose one from each? I don't know, we didn't really talk that long. But I guess I'm pretty direct with him. Begin step 1 at direct indifference. I mean, yeah. That seems like a... But that's just for the beginning. Like, it can change during this thing. Okay, that's interesting. Only the next morning is interesting because I wonder how much that'll change. You were eating your breakfast, and your sister went out, but Cove's coming over today. Ah! Dude, Bruce Wayne should not be smiling. That's like, oh, when Batman smiles and the criminals know they're cooked.
Are you excited to see your new friend again, Harvey?
Oh, okay.
We're not friends, really, Bruce.
That's sad. Are you done with your breakfast? Yep, I nod. He should be here soon. Clean up again, and then on cue, there was a knock. He was hesitant, because the person was a nervous person. Harvey, could you get the door? Because your mother said so, you wandered over to the door.
Hey, Dent family. Thanks for having us.
Mr. Holden, as your mums called him, and his son were here. Yep. Cove looked indifferent to the bright lighting of your room, and when he wasn't... Oh, Cove looked different in the bright lighting of your living room, and when he wasn't crying. With his dad standing in front of him, and Mum and Mummy behind you, you and Cove looked at each other. You studied Cove apathetically. This was the parents' plan, not yours. Not seeming any more excited than you were, he just stared back.
Do you want to go play in your room, Harvey?
Sure. I've got some cool stuff. Come look.
Okay! Let us know if you need anything, you two.
Have fun, kids.
See you later.
See you later, son. Play nice.
You led him to your room, puffing out your chest a little bit at the sight of your treasures. Jevil? Penguin Jevil? Oh, dude, is this where he got the idea for, like, the Jester Joker routine? Is this, like, the Joker origin story? Is he was hanging out with a young Harvey Dent Two-Face, and he saw, like, a little plush? Thought it went kind of hard? A lot of stuffed animals. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. A cool bed. Okay, if you say so. A window to look out. It was a great room. You're very proud of it. No blinds or curtains. Oh, unless that might be that. It's okay. That's probably that. It looks like it's slightly transparent. You wouldn't be able to sleep during the day, unfortunately, with the bed where it is. This ain't the room for me. He leaned in a little closer to one of your drawings on the wall. I like this. I drew that. Cool. You smiled at him. You were proud of that particular piece of art, and you were glad he noticed it. He turned to look around the room a little more, studying the books on your desk and the pictures on the walls. I feel like it would be kind of awkward having someone in your room and they're just kind of silently studying everything. Then his eyes landed on the tiny box of beach things you'd collected tucked away by your door. And they pointed at it. What's that?
A herd of stuff I found on the beach.
Do you have any driftwood in there? Dragging the box into the middle of the room, you and Cove flopped down next to it.
I do. Look.
You gestured to a piece at the bottom, still covered with specks of sand. Neat! This is a good collection! You got the sense from the tone of his voice that he wasn't just saying it to be nice, or to be like Shillaw. He actually meant it. What? Okay, it's from... served as a sacred site in ancient Israel. Be like Shillaw. Okay, why? You look up Be Like Shillaw in Google search, by the way, not on YouTube. You want to know the first result? Is a YouTube video titled 99 Nights in the Forest in Real Life 2 Roblox. Roblox is in square brackets. Okay, well, he wasn't just saying it to be nice. I forgot about Shillaw. What? Shillaw? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought that was a saying. I thought Be Like Shillaw was like some old... Okay, whatever. He's friends with my older sister, and he's supposed to hang out here this afternoon. Do I have to see him?
You don't have to do anything, but he's gonna be here.
Okay, Southern Harvey Dent. Southern USA.
Anyway, I found this gigantic shell here stuck...
Actually, that's not quite Southern. I don't know what that is.
Stuck to an even bigger rock.
You pulled out a seashell after seashell after seashell. Explain where you got each of them and holding them up to the light. There were a bunch of different types. Most of them I'd washed in the bathroom sick. You get it? Your voice faltered a little bit. As Two-Face, kind of, you flipped back and forth between, you know, the justice personality and the judge personality, right? The judge and the executioner. You were really proud of the sea collection, and it made you happy that Cove was interested in it too. Apparently fascinated, either by the stories or by the shells themselves, Cove listened with what looked like the full force of his attention. It was a new experience to be the center of such dedicated focus, even if it was only directed at the shells. Kids, come down to the living room! You could tell the idea was making him unhappy, but there wasn't any other option. Cove hadn't been like this meeting you. Okay. Miss Holden must be right that telling Cove his dad was part of that would be a bad idea. Mr. Holden. It was a good thing you didn't tell him that his dad sent you. And then you were both downstairs ready for Shiloh's visit. And you sat by the entrance.
I brought the box of shells. I want to keep looking at them.
Okay, but be careful.
I will.
You weren't sure if you could trust someone else with your treasures yet, so you stayed next to him while he opened the lid and peered inside. Cove reached in and pulled out a big orange shell.
Oh!
Like he hadn't spoken aloud yet, he turned to you and held it up, his eyes shining.
I think this one is the best of them. It would make a great color for a waistcoat.
I like a different one best.
Yeah, argumentative. The executioner came out. You reached into the box to take out the one you preferred. Cove looked on with interest. The two of you were still sitting on the floor looking through your collection of beach findings when the doorbell finally rang. Cove jumped, startled by the sound. Since the person hadn't knocked, it was probably Sheila. It's Lizzie's friend.
This isn't a good idea.
It's just Sheila. Where would you even go? He's at our only door, and if you go upstairs, he'll find you. Cove glanced around the room, his eyes wide, and finally paused with his gaze locked on the back of the house.
I can go out the window.
He was already walking towards it. Scrambling to think of something to say, he stepped forward, then paused. I mean, we did flip the scratched coin side up. I don't even know who Sheila is. I can't vouch for Sheila. I don't know what Sheila streams on a Sunday. Oh, this says, do you want to break your other arm? I thought it said, I'm gonna break your other arm. I thought that was like a, hey, if you just try to leave, if you head out that window, you're gonna break your other arm. No, do you want to break your other arm? Even I don't jump out any of the windows here, and this is my house. This is my house. It wasn't a long distance, but it made him nervous. The wind had clearly released from his sails.
I don't want to break any more bones.
I don't think anyone wants to.
Yeah! But I don't want to see him. I don't know him.
Then take off your glasses. You teased him.
What a chicken. You gotta see new people every day. Walking down the street. So what?
To make that not hurt my throat, I have to put a lot more air into it, which means you can get less out in a single breath. Sheila poked his head into the living room. And he was probably listening. Oh, I thought he was going to be way older. I assumed Lizzie and Sheila were like 17 or something. I guess they're younger. Lizzie's a younger sister. Hi, Harvey. And hi, Cove. Cove shot you an uneasy glance. Oh, is this like their first collaboration to get rid of this guy?
Hi.
I'm Sheila. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah. You have a lot of freckles.
Right. I do. What are you guys doing?
We're looking at shells.
Awesome. Can I do it too? Or is this the penguin? Cove shrugged, then looked back at your box of beach findings.
What about that one?
The plan for the afternoon, at least as far as you were concerned, was to sit and look at the beach things some more. You weren't really in the mood to do much of anything else.
This is a scallop shell I found last week. I kept it because it looks neat.
It's a pretty color, kind of like my cast.
And it did look like that. Pink is a nice color.
Okay,
Is it your favorite?
not really.
What is?
Maybe green.
Oh, that's a cool color.
I guess.
Yeah, look back at my shells. Okay, doing a Joker voice and a Harvey Dent voice. I don't think I can keep that up. I'm feeling it in my throat. Didn't take long for Shiloh to get fidgety. Lizzie was his favorite. Without her around, he didn't know what to do with himself, and Cove wasn't like my sister. Is Lizzie coming back?
Don't know.
I'm gonna, like, half sell the Joker voice for a little bit.
I think she's at the beach, probably.
Yeah, if I just, like, don't full commit to the voice, it's okay. Is she playing at her park? And he's excited by a park.
There's a park!
Yep, but it's old.
Can you...
Can you show me? I want to go.
And he started getting up, and Shiloh jumped up. Really? You do too, right, Harvey? The park is fun. Would Harvey Dent love the park? Is Harvey Dent messing with the park? Yeah, the park's pretty great, I can't lie. Harvey Dent would absolutely, he would kill the swing set, dude. It's right at the beach, there's lots of fun stuff to do, and sand. Wait, did Shiloh say that? It has a jungle gym and a bunch of swings.
Sounds like it could be cool.
So are we going to go find Lizzie?
I don't know. I never really wanted to see her.
Sorry, there's a lot of thoughts going on in my head right now.
I never really wanted to see her. I just want to check the park out.
Shall I turn to you? Okay. And there we go. And we head to the park. And it's a small walk. And my sister's hanging out on the jungle gym, swinging back and forth. Hey, Lizzie. Her face lit up when she saw me, and her eyes went wide. Her brown eyes. Did I give Harvey Dent brown eyes or grey eyes? I wonder if that changes, because, like, obviously the genetics. I wonder if your parents... Oh, well, I guess they wouldn't be your genetic parents, so maybe their appearance doesn't change based on yours. That technology hasn't been invented yet, but hey, maybe one day. Harvey! I don't know, I need to see her first before I know her voice. She says hello to us! She dropped to the ground and landed with a soft thud in the sand. And Shiloh runs over to her. But now Cove was here. Who's that? It's Cove. He's new. I remember. Hi, Cove. Welcome to my park. Nobody ever comes here to play here, so this is where we get together. She gestured widely with her arms as if to present the area to the newcomer. When Lizzie continued talking, you took the chance... Also, is she older than me? This guy... I think Shiloh just looks really young. Maybe it's the bucket hat. Or is that a hood? Is that an overall hoodie? Overalls with a hoodie. I'm just sorry, it's just the anchor, and he kind of is, like, he could definitely be a young Oswald Cobblepot, but I don't know if I want to go down that route. I don't know if I want every single character to be, like, from Batman's Rogues Gallery in this game. While Lizzie continued talking, you took the chance to kick off your shoes and wriggle your toes through the warm sand. Nice, huh? Is this neighborhood... What? In this neighborhood, I'm the one who comes up with all the ideas. I'm tired and can't read. I think here's the plan. This was going to be like, hey look, however long it takes, I'm getting and ending this stream. I think that's not the plan anymore. I think this is going to be the game that we do. But I think I'm like too tired to read, we're gonna go until this like set is done, right? It said like 1 of 4 sets. We're gonna do that. And then we'll do the other 3 sets, I think, in a different stream. So that I can like be more focused on the game for it. But right now, this is all preamble, right? It's okay. Your childhood memories, you forget a lot of them anyway. So by the time it skips to set 2 and we're like late teens, a lot of this is going to be, adrift anyway. Cove isn't going to be holding a grudge based on what Harvey Dent did to him as like a 9-year-old. Yeah, I am. Who else could handle the job? Lizzie's the oldest. By a lot. My mom said you're Harvey's age. Yeah. Thought so. I'm still the only one in this group with double digits. What about other kids? Other kids? There aren't any. We're the only kids here, and Shillaw's just visiting from another place. Not even tourists really bring their kids here. This is the land of ancients. Gotham's not a safe place to bring your kids. Oh. For a second, it looked like he might cry again. But something in his eyes shifted, and he looked back at Lizzie. What kind of old people move here? Like mums and dads, or grandparents? Grandparents who don't have kids. They hate kids. Why? We haven't done anything. If they're going to hate me, I might as well become the villain anyway. Only some of them don't like kids. So, yeah, kind of hoping she'd take a hint. I feel like I didn't want to select the thing saying you're gonna upset him, because he would hear me say that and then be like, okay, so this guy's Harvey Dent's babying me right now. The Joker does not want to be babied. So, yeah, I'm just hoping she gets the hint here. Lizzie was staring Cove down, but Cove wasn't even looking at her anymore. He didn't seem to care that she was there. He went into his own head. And then Shillow spoke. I met Lizzie and Harvey in school. You'll see tons of kids there once summer's over. I don't want to go to a new school. I don't want summer to end. Shillow looked down to the dirt. He hadn't had much luck striking up conversations with Cove. I like summer vacation a lot too. And then there was tension and Lizzie laughed. Welcome to Gotham, Cove. Take a seat, put up your feet, and get used to it. Ugh. Was right. For the rest of the summer, Cove was always there. You saw him more often than Schiller, and on some days when he was in a bad mood or busy, you even saw him more than Lizzie. He became a staple of your everyday life, the way sun and lunch and the beach were. That first summer, you hadn't really been interested in him one way or another. He was just kind of a fact of life, someone you met because he was there. Of course, that was only the start of things, so Okay. So I see. So there's 5 different scenes we can go to, or we can skip to the next set. I'm actually feeling like maybe I'm too tired and like fried, because I don't want to like. Listen, this is a game, and I think to really enjoy this game, I need to like focus up and get into it. There's not a lot of visuals. It's kind of like, hey, stare at this static image for the whole time, and every now and then the background will change. And there's a lot of words to read. This might be for continue in another stream. I have to get an ending to a dating sim on stream this year sometime. That's in the guarantees, it's in the punishments. But that might be it for this stream. I might be too tired. The Valentine's Day video really messed me up. It was such a push to get it done. So maybe we'll return to Gotham on another day. But I think a little 2-hour thing here, I think that might be all I can reasonably do without just like, because I don't want to just stream this game and all I'm doing is like reading out the text, you know? And it's also like, it being as long as it is, I feel like if I'm flexible enough to know, hey, this can be multiple streams, then I won't feel like I need to skip through all the dialogue as much. Failing us on Love Day? Dude, okay, Love Curse failed us. Can we just say? Like, look, developers, you're well within your rights. You're completely within your rights to say that, and I'm gonna honor your request, and I'm not gonna do it. But also, I'm now just realizing if I wasn't gonna do it all in one stream anyway, what they said, like, don't do more than 3 hours at once, didn't they? Did they say don't do more than 3 hours total or 3 hours at once? Because we could be doing Love Curse right now if it was going to go to multiple streams. Anyway, look, developers, you're well within your rights, but I would have loved to play that game. I would have loved to respect the wheel. Let's save. I think that's gonna be it for the first of, I guess, several dating sim punishment streams. I'm too tired, and also I thought the games would be giving me more. I didn't think there'd be like, oh, here's one drawing of each character, and every now and then the background changes, and there's like a billion things to read. I was expecting there to be things to read, but I thought it would, I don't know. So we will return to Gotham at some point. What a disaster stream, by the way. Goodness me. I hope it was a humorous disaster. We will, you know what, honestly? One of three things is going to happen. This is either going to, in the second Dating Sim Punishment stream, either I'm going to return to Gotham City to hang out with Cove the Joker and, like, grow up together. Option 2, I'm gonna, like, come here with a different game that I find in between streams. Option 3, I'm gonna show up again to the second stream, and there's gonna be 3 new options for us to pick from. And we're gonna have a new vote. I'm gonna find, like, 3 other dating sims. I bought those games, by the way. Our Life is free. Love Curse and Trouble Comes Twice are not free. I think I spent like $45 on those. We're gonna return when I'm less tired and when I'm more willing to, like, okay, I gotta make things happen. And who knows, we might return with a second vote. But thanks for hanging out on this stream. I hope you have a good day. Mine started as a disaster, I'll be honest. It's 7:30 for me. I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna wake up, and I'm gonna... We'll see what happens. Maybe I won't wake up, you know? Maybe I'll just take a handful of pills. I won't. I'll be fine. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. I'll be honest, when I did the punishment wheel, I thought that this one was the most lenient we selected. I thought, okay, 2 Legend of Zelda videos. I'm gonna make more than 2 videos anyway, so that limitation is really that it has to be Legend of Zelda. And I gotta figure that out. Which is, like, a bit of a limitation, but it's, you know, it's not unreasonable. And it's, like, kind of, you know, it's going to be a bit of a time investment. The silent main character video, that's going to be a difficult one to figure out. I thought this would be, like, a single 2.5 hour stream when it appeared on the New Year's stream, on the wheel. Listen to my voice. I'm so, like, it's probably because I was doing Joker voice and Harvey Dent voice, to be fair. But, like, dude, I got bodied this stream. Damn. But yeah, I did not expect the dating sim stream to be like the big uh-oh. And I think it's the big uh-oh. We'll see what happens. By the way, it not only could be, it might probably be several months before the dating sim continues and we come back and beat a dating sim on stream. This might end up being like a year-long project instead of like a single one-off stream. Having never played a dating sim before, I expected something different. More like Hate Day, Jonathan? Well, I hope you had a couple of laughs anyway. I need to go sleep and like wash. I need to go like take a mental shower. God damn it! Seriously, what the hell? Basketball dude, he was dribbling all over the place. God damn it. What if we go back to Trouble Comes Twice? You guys want to give Trouble Comes Twice another go? You want to give it another chance? Nah, I'm gonna get out of here. It is mostly just because I'm really, really tired. But I also think... I also think it's a little funny if this becomes like a year-long disaster management thing of like year-long project. How the hell am I going to get an ending in a dating sim? And it feels like I'm not even going to have to pretend that much for it to end up that way. It feels like that's kind of naturally where it's headed. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed the Valentine's Day video. I hope you enjoyed this stream for what it was. And I'll see you in the trenches in a couple more months for another stream. I'll see you for another video, I'm hoping, later in February. Not that long. So, yeah. Catch you around. Yeesh. Yeesh, dude. Yeesh. Windows sound. End stream. Get ready for it. It's gonna happen.